his name is...
It's John Bunday. It is Sunday, 2nd of April, and game 25 has just been beaten, and that is Ronio's Tale, which is a game for the NES that I actually backed on Kickstarter last year, and those who follow my channel, I showed some gameplay of last year. So it's a puzzle game, and it's not too long. That depends on how how good you are at solving puzzles. It's about 43 levels, and I really enjoyed it. It was I didn't find it too difficult. I mean, if you play a lot of these types of games, then you kind of know what you're doing. The first half is pretty much you learning how to use the different powers you end up getting, and then the second half is throwing obstacles in the way. But once you do know how you use your powers, then they're kind of easy to overcome. So, but like I say, mileage will vary, but I think it's very enjoyable. I backed for the ROM only, and can't remember how much I paid for that for the Kickstarter, but yeah, I definitely would, I feel like I definitely got my money's worth. You can get a physical copy still, because it's now being published by Mega Cat Studios, so if you're looking for a puzzle game for the NES, then definitely give Ronio's Tale a try. So it is Monday the 3rd of April, and game number 26 is in the bag, and it is one which, when I first saw it, I thought it was an April Fool's joke, because it was released on the 1st of April, and that is The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. So, yeah, I posted the link to the Sonic Team Twitter on my YouTube channel, so should see it there. But yeah, so it is a visual novel murder mystery, but featuring the Sonic the Hedgehog characters, and it's yeah, I've played a couple of visual novels of the games in the past, and yeah, it's only 1 to 2 hours long, so it's quite quick to beat. And if you're like, oh yeah, I was a traditional Sonic gameplay, then there's kind of like an endless runner style like mini game you do during the game, where you collect rings and you have to collect a certain amount before getting to the end. So there is still some gameplay besides just reading and selecting prompts. But yeah, yeah, it was fun. So it's free, literally free, and you can grab it on Steam. I don't know if they'll bring it to other platforms, but give it a try. The art, like the still arts they have, I think it's like gorgeous. It's don't get me wrong, it's not like 10 out of 10 art, but it's still like fantastic. So yeah, give it a try. I mean, it's free, so why not? Hi, this is Future John, because when I was editing this video, I couldn't find the footage for completing number 27. So let's pretend that it is the 6th of April, and game number 27 is Coffee Talk. A game I've heard about, and I picked this up last year. Sadly, I picked it up because the main creator died, and the company that he founded to make the game were doing a sale to pay for the funeral expenses. So I picked it up, intending to play at some point, and then when Ali 16 Bits and Bobs decided to do his charity live stream, then I jumped on to help voice all the characters, and I was like, oh, this is quite charming, I'll give it a play. And yeah, it is very enjoyable. If you're into like visual novel style games while also getting to be a barista, yeah, it's don't know how much it costs now, but it's a game I would say if you're into like chill games, because the soundtrack is also very like lo-fi. And yeah, I mean, if you want to try and get all the achievements, that took me about 10 hours or so. But if you just want to do one playthrough, then that won't necessarily take too long. But anyway, Coffee Talk, yep, do recommend it. And I even picked up the sequel that got released last week. I haven't played it yet, but I wanted to support the devs, so bought it day one. But anyway, till next time. It is Wednesday, 12th of April, and just finished game number 28, and that is Wonder Boy 3 for the Master System. This was one that was the 2-year anniversary of the Master System Challenge set by Ollie 8-Bit Boy UK. And this might just be the greatest game on the Master System. But I haven't played the whole library, but this is a fantastic game. Like, we did Wonder Boy in Monsterland as Challenge 100, and I haven't beat that yet. I want to go back to it, but the fact that you have to play it all through in like one go, whereas this has the password system and it's more of like a Metroidvania style game. So whereas I could take my time with it, rather than like if I die having to redo everything I've just done. So, but it's a fantastic game. If you have a way of playing it, I recommend you do so. I've actually ordered a copy of this game because I want it for my collection because I think it's that good. And I also am going to play the remake as well at some point, which are on more consoles and Steam. I'll get on Steam. But yeah, and just to see how it compares, because I've seen like screenshots and things, and it's just, you know, the art style they've done for the remake is just gorgeous, and I really want to give that a try. So this game really surprised me as fantastic. So honestly, give it a try. And so Wonder Boy 3 for the Master System. Hi, it's Monday the 17th of April, and I just finished game number 29, and that is Project Snowblind on the PC. So this is a first-person game, first-person shooter FPS, which was released, I think originally on the PS2 and also ported to PC. I got it from Steam. So it's made by Crystal Dynamics. Yes, that Crystal Dynamics. So that's what took my interest, and then when I took a look, turned out I already owned it on Steam because of a big like EDOS like bundle that Square Enix did like a couple of years ago for charity. So I had it. It's currently £4 on Steam if you want it, but it is on the PS2, and I really do recommend this game. It's I'm gonna say it's like, and I stress that's kind of like Deus Ex, in the sense that it is like a set like in the future, and you are an augmented soldier. There are no RPG elements, so you do unlock abilities as you go along, but there's no like, you know, putting like upgrades into a tree or anything. You just get the upgrades as you go. They get unlocked as through level progression. So it's just kind of like reminds me of similar of Deus Ex, where it's like that kind of future like war, and the fact that you can use your abilities for how you want to tackle the levels. I'll be honest, most of the time I just went guns blazing, but there are times where I activated like my cloaking ability and just like went around. I'll put some gameplay here.
Jumped up and pushed him out of the way. Saved the investigated. This walker better be fixed.
Condition reserve low.
If you do decide to pick this up on Steam, and like I say, it's £4, so you know, I think it's definitely worth that. When they put it on Steam, they really did not bother to patch it for modern Windows. What I mean by that is that unless if you have a era appropriate PC, and this game was released in 2005, you'll experience what I did, which is a lot of crashing. Like a lot of crashing. So there's a guide on Steam for the things you can try, but I will explain like what I did for anyone who does decide to give this a go. So the reason why for me it keeps crashing is because back in the day, processors had one core. Now they have multiple cores to do whatever it is they want to do for, you know, multiple programs and things. And the game can't handle that. It has to have just one core to work with. So what you do is load the game, load into a level, make sure that the cinematics are finished and you're actually able to control yourself. Pause, use the Windows key to bring yourself back to the desktop, and then open Task Manager, go to Details tab, find Snowblind, not Project Snowblind, Snowblind, right click, set affinity, and you'll see that it says all like cores or all processors or whatever. Untick and then just tick one of them, okay that, and then you go back in the game. And I will also include some footage here of how you do that. So that's Project Snowblind. I was honestly quite surprised by this, quite impressed. I think it's well worth a go. Don't get me wrong, there are games who far exceeded this, you know, since its release, but for the era it came out, I think it's a great game and worth a try. So, till next time. So, it is Tuesday 18th of April, and I've just finished game number 30, and that is Security Booth Director's Cut.
System failure. System failure. System failure. System failure. System failure. System failure. System failure.
This is not really one I've heard about. I mean, I've heard about it because it was on my Steam wish list. I can't remember how I heard about it. But it was on sale, so I got it for a couple of pounds. And it's a... Okay, if you play Papers, Please, it's like that, but you are a security guard for this corporation, and you can allow cars in that belong to employees. So you have a list of like license plates and you make sure the right cars go in. But then things start happening. I don't want to say too much about it because the whole point of the game is like to experience it for yourself. I don't want to ruin it, but each kind of loop of the game takes about 5 to 10 minutes, but there are multiple endings and things that you can discover. So, do I recommend it? I mean, for like £2 when on sale, yeah. I mean, to do everything takes a couple of hours. So, yeah, I would say give it a try. Yeah, till next time. So, it is still Tuesday, April 18th, and just finished game 31. I wasn't planning on playing this so soon, but a friend of mine asked, oh, let's play something online. I went through what I got, and then we ended up playing Final Vendetta. I've heard a lot of good things about this, and I picked it up in my like last pickups video. And yeah, so I completed it on easy mode, just being upfront about that. Picture here. Because I know that people pretty much have been struggling to try and complete it on hard mode. And as much as I enjoy beat 'em ups, I am not necessarily here for the long haul. Don't get me wrong, like I've completed Streets of Rage 4 on like harder difficulties, but it saves after every level, whereas this is just, you know, that's it. So yeah, it's a very enjoyable game. Really loved the music in it and the graphics, and yeah, really dug that as well. And it's 6 stages, so it's not necessarily too long, but because the easy mode was added in later as a patch, so 6 levels was because you would be spending time like getting better and better to get to that. And to be fair, I almost got, I don't know if this continues in easy mode or not, because my co-op buddy, he ran out of lives and couldn't, play again. So I don't know if I died we would have done, but I assume there were no continues. Either way, like, I was down to 0 lives on the final boss and just managed to beat him. So yeah, so easy mode still may not be that easy, but Final Vendetta, definitely pick it up because it's more like an indie kind of game, and Bitmap Bureaus, they're the ones who made Xenocrisis, so they deserve as much support as they can get. So yeah, Final Vendetta. Till next time. Hey, it's the 27th April, Thursday, and the latest game to be finished is Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered Edition. See what they did there? So you play Alec Mason, who has been sent to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars.
Well, not sent, he's been asked to come by his brother to try and lead a new life. Brother gets killed in the opening training mission, spoiler, and then you join the Red Faction to help liberate Mars from the evil EDF. So, this is the first open world game I've played since about 2-3 years, and that was GTA 3. I don't tend to go through open world games too much, even though I own a bunch of them. Just in my head, I imagine like the time investment to complete them because of all the extra missions they give, but with this one it was just like, just go straight for the story missions, and if I needed to complete some of the side missions or guerrilla missions, then just to try and liberate the sector, and then fair play. I mean, it's a lot of fun, like just destroying the buildings. I mean, like, if you can get the right vehicle, you can just plow right through them. Otherwise, you can unlock weapons to try and just make them go boom, and that's quite fun actually. There are a couple of missions which are story progression missions, which the worst one is the Dogs of War, where you got to take down some snipers. That can go fuck itself. And the last mission is a bit difficult. I've been playing on normal difficulty, got to right to the end, and then I just got taken out in like one hit. So I'm like, right. So after several attempts, I just had to drop it down to casual and just complete the game, because I'm like, I'm done with this. I want to move on. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend this game. I've actually owned the original version on Steam for like ages, but then when they released the Mastered Edition, then I got that for free. So okay, great, thanks, I can play that. So yeah, give it a try. You can probably pick up quite cheap these days. So till next time, bye.